What's going on, everybody? This is Clark Beckham, your host of the American Idol Breakdown. We have a stacked show for you tonight. We go from 5 to 3. Let's get started.
Sleeping in when you wanna, feeling so carefree and young.
So we start with the Judge Open, and it is clear that there's a writer's strike going on because it is corny, cringy. I don't really see the purpose. It's not very creative at all. But I kind of liked it. And I'm almost ashamed to say because I would have graded it like a D. But I still enjoyed it. And I think it's just because I've come to love the judges so much. And I love Ryan Seacrest. He's arguably the greatest of all time of what he's doing. And because I like him so much, they can kind of just do whatever they want to do. And I like it. Man, what a conversion I've had from the beginning of the season. Then the contestants have an open with Sara Bareilles, who's one of the greatest musicians of our generation. And we hear Sara sing live very well. We don't hear the contestants sing. They're not singing. They're singing, but we don't hear what's coming out of their mouths. Those oohs and ah, like background parts, are very clearly canned in the can, as we say, so that just means they're pre-recorded. Because you would hate to have a contestant just be barely off on an ooh and ruin the whole sound when you have Sara Bareilles just killing it and sounding like an angel. And so just to make it fail-proof and sound really, really clean, they just pre-record those voices. They might not even be the contestants' voices, but it's just the oohs and ahs. It's really just the visual of them being with her. Wayani opens us up.
Into the unknown.
She put the hook right at the top. This is a very tough song because of the hook. That's really tough, especially when it's at the top of your range and belting. Those intervals are not easy. And she puts it bar one right in the beginning and kills it. For the most part, like 98% of this entire song, her pitch is remarkable. Very impressive. Katie with the awful puns. It's so clear now that in the past, they've had writers write puns for the judges to say, and now that we're in a writer's strike, it seems like those writers are gone. Because Katie's puns are horrific. Sometimes when puns are so bad, they're really funny. These are just, what? So she is dressed as Miss Incredible, Elastigirl. And she says, I would have to say your performance was incredible. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. That's the best you have. And then she said, you have a superhero voice. And the audacity to pause for laughter. Like that, we're supposed to laugh for that? That's so bad. So bad that it's beyond the threshold of being so bad it's funny. It's even worse than that, where it's just bad. Zachariah. Zachariah, both songs of this episode, is going for it. Now, when I heard the song choice, right when they said Lion King, I was like, can't wait to be king. And I don't love the song choice because he's got to change lives when he sings at this part of the competition. And that's not the song that's going to do it. Now, maybe he was doing this for what it was, the great, great band arrangement and fun and up-tempo, and then setting him up for the second performance, which was a little more risky, had a little more vocal pizzazz to it. But I don't think he's made great song choices as of late. The theatrics, the dance moves, the spinning around, putting his hand up with the lion on the back of his, I just love all that. Colin.
Slow down, you're gonna crash. Baby, we were screaming, it's a blast, blast, blast.
This was a great song. I was so worried that he was going to do the song that every country singer does for Disney Week, which is Life is a Highway. and he didn't. And he let us in to him, like just seeing how much he loves cars. And it's so funny that he watches like 2 times a month, and you believe it and you feel like you're getting to know him. That stuff makes winners. That's why he's going to win, because we feel like we know him and love him. And that's what compels people to vote more than, wow, that was a really good performance. But then he gives us a really good performance. I love the chorus. Sounds great. Chorus sounds like his song. He does, the song's original by Sheryl Crow, which, by the way, I've come to realize lately, Sheryl Crow is a monster singer. Monster. There's a song she put out lately that is terrifyingly good. Anyway, this is a great song by her. He does it and makes it sound like it's his song. Megan. Great song. Never heard of this one. I will say for pretty much the whole episode, I'm just waiting for someone to do a song from Toy Story, Tarzan, Hercules, like Alan Menken, Randy Newman. But we get a lot of new songs, and it's a generation of contestants. These are songs that they grew up with and love. I've never heard of this one, but it's beautiful. The same chord progression and the BPM to that one song that everybody does. The Nobody's Listening. That song, same chord progression and same BPM. But anyway, this song's great. And it's a great chord progression. Megan is a step above. I say it every week, and she proves it every week. She is a step above everyone else vocally. The judges, I think, are trying to say that when Vox, by the way, stands for vocals, and then Luke is saying you're a vocalist. Might have sounded a little like duh. But there are singers that aren't great vocalists. There are artists that are professional singers that's not really their thing. A vocalist, like if you call yourself a vocalist, that means that you need to be able to sing pretty much anything that anybody can sing, and she can. Ian.
Oh, they were so happy to finally meet above the sea.
I thought this was fine. I get that it's part of his heritage, it's a Hawaiian-based song from the short film Lava. Ian went with a short film and then a Marvel film. Whatever you got to do to get the right song. I was not into this. I thought it was just I thought it was boring, if I can say that cuss word. Here's the thing. Everyone on the watch party, the members only watch party, everyone is constantly like, Iam's gonna win, Iam's gonna win. He's got the most followers on social media. Everywhere he goes, people are like mobbing and crowding around. He's the most famous Idol contestant. That doesn't mean he's gonna win. That's never meant that person who gets all that treatment is gonna be the winner. We've never seen that happen. That's not a model. We think that every year. We think it when someone just is a huge standout and we think they're going to win, and then in comes the charming good old country boy or charming guy that comes in and takes the victory, takes the crown. That happens every year, and we think it's not going to happen every year, and it happens every year. So Ian could have his own private security detail. They could have to shut the whole show down because there's a mob wanting to see Ian and they don't care about any other contestant. And freaking President Joe Biden wants Ian to win, and he posts about it, and he becomes just the biggest thing, and I think Colin's still going to win. It doesn't matter. The mob, the fame, it doesn't matter. Because what it comes down to is who is voting, who are the people that have the app that actually go in and go through the voting process. Who are those people and who are they voting for? We have yet to see the Colin Stow of a season lose. And I will say, this is not a crap on Colin comment. Colin is awesome, and he's absolutely deserving to win, and I think he's going to win. When I talk about the watch party for members only, it's like, what are members? I just watch YouTube. You can join to become an actual member of this channel. We are called the Groove Crew, And I can give you extra access to stuff like the watch party where I live stream myself watching American Idol. Members talk in the chat, and then the commercials, I unmute myself and we talk, and I kind of share the notes that I've given in this video. There's also extra live streams that you have access to that I do, and making of videos. Like I'll make a top 3, my top 3, which is gonna be tough for this one. I'll make a video making that for members only. So stuff like that. If that interests you, you hit the join button. It's $5 a month. After American Idol is over, which is quickly approaching, I'm gonna keep doing stuff. I'm gonna do a lot of reactions and breakdowns of performances. This has been fun. If you've been paying attention, I've already started doing these through the weeks. This beat right here. That's what we're used to. That's how the original goes. But you just halftime. Once Idol is over, I'm gonna do a lot, like 3 or 4 a week consistently. And most of them are gonna be for just members. So if you wanna get in on the ground floor now, become a member. It's $5 a month. Click the join button. You have to be on a computer. Click the join button below any of my videos on the bottom right corner. Or you can go to my channel and click join. And then once we're on, you can tell me who you want me to look up. And I'll check out, and you can send a super chat and tell me who you want me to react to. Come be a part of the crew. It's a lot of fun. Wayani. Beautiful, beautiful opening. First minute of this song with the strings and the piano, just the mix was great, the arrangement was gorgeous. This is a big epic song. It's very well known and done a lot. And they added more epicness and just brought out more beauty in the beginning. When it hit though, when everything came in after the chorus, after the first, it's the climb, from there on, it was like a train going downhill that couldn't be stopped. It was just so busy, the arrangement. It's the climb. Like constant. It's like, whoa. Let's take a breath. Play a chord. Wait 4 beats. Play the next chord. Let the girls sing. It was just, it felt like a 9-minute arrangement, epic arrangement of this song that was squished into 2 minutes. And it was a little too busy. I thought she was good. She had some pitch moments, pitch problems here and there, and parts where she didn't vocalize super clear. It sounded a little yelly to me, but that's kind of what I've said a lot all year, and that exact vocal tone has been the exact thing that has made super fans for her. So just my opinion, she's doing great singing just the way she's singing, and is gonna have a great career after this, because we do say, spoiler alert, we do see Wayani and Zachariah go home. The last thing on Wayani, that last note was gorgeous. Great control, beautiful, beautiful ending. Zachariah.
There's no load I can hold. The roads are rough, this I know. I'll be there when the light comes in.
He does the song that I usually think is corny on American Idol, the Life is a Highway song. And I think it was the best I've heard that song done, period. He gave extra juice, extra pizzazz vocally, extra high notes, more of that rasp rocker stuff that just he can do and only he can do. Dancing, moving around like he always does. Luke says something really great. He says, at this point, whatever you feel, you just do it. Just go for it. You can't go wrong. And that's kind of what he gives us every week. This was a great last performance for him to go out on. Showed me the Zachariah that I fell in love with. New members we got this week: Angela R. Noble, Deep in the Heart, Spud, Popcorn 3380, Kayla, Kim McDonald, Scary Pool Party People, Joe Looney, Julia House, Oliver Steele, welcome back, Jackie Wakeland, Peggy Cole, Mary Beth Frenecki, Yektali Chavez, Melissa Winters, Jen John, Elizabeth Korn, Walt Adair, Sam Minnie, Ingrid Holiday Hamilton, Shan Cooley, Robert Marar, RJ Bush, Michael G, Jensen Corden, Rachel Dixon, Nick the Quick 224, Lisa Turk, Enzo Gelsano, Alexa Cairo, who's also a student of mine, Janet Robinson, Samuel Gold, Bob Irwin, DeHerwin, JBC, welcome to the crew. One of my members I just read, new members, Alexa Cairo, she's a student of mine. If you want to be a music student of mine, through Zoom is how I teach, hit me up at beckhamlessons@gmail.com. We can prep for auditions, we can just work on getting better at whatever you want to get better at, whether that's piano, guitar, singing. Also, I'm doing performance evaluations, and it's pretty much a reaction video breakdown that I do with the live streams, except it's to you, and I just make that video and send it right back to you. Things you can work on if you want me to review one of your performances. I do that too. Hit me up at beckhamlessons@gmail.com. Colin.
Nobody knows how the story ends.
Chooses a ballad, a song from a more recent movie. I think it was Pete's Dragon or something. The point is, I don't know it. Never seen the movie. I don't know the song. It was a very nice song. Soft. Ballad changes things up a little bit. Just him and guitar for the most part, which I love. It did seem a little repetitive and dull near the end. First 60 seconds, I was like, this is nice. And then it just stayed right there. And I'm like, is he still singing? He's still singing. Okay. Overall, I thought this was good. It started to drag on a little bit for me. Wish there was something that happened. Wish it went somewhere. Megan is next.
And we're never giving up without a fight.
I thought this was good. That's literally my only note. With Colin and Megan both in a row, two performances that I was like, yep, that's a song sung by a singer. Yep. That's all I have. I gotta say, this episode really started to drag 3/4 of the way in, especially at this point, until we have Ian.
From the moment I could talk, I was ordered to listen.
With the pimp spot once again, judges standing ovation. It's very clear they're pushing him. It seems like they want him to win, even over Colin or anybody else. Which, for the record, as much as I say Colin is going to win, and I still believe that, I would love to be wrong. Ian, Megan, oh gosh, it's tough. All of them, and this is something that is such a participation trophy award type phrase, but it's absolutely true. Megan, Ian, and Colin are all very deserving of the title. We're not going to have a winner this year that we're like, oh my gosh. Who won that year? Ugh, they weren't even in. We're not going to have that. These are all three very, very talented, very good singers and artists. When we have Ian sing here, we are reintroduced to the beauty of Ian and that edgy goodness that he has in his voice. It's right at the top of his chest voice. Before it goes to falsetto, we speak in chest voice. This is falsetto. And then there's a place right before we break to falsetto that's like, I can't make you love me. Oh. And there's a little bit of that breathy edge to it. And that vocal element for Ian is butter. That's what draws people to the television. That's what makes people fall in love with his voice, is when he gives us that part of his range. It's what he gives us here. I thought this and also Megan's first performance were the best of the night. I'd have given them both B pluses, which ideally you want the best of the night to be an A plus. I just thought tonight was real. It was a lot of B's. A lot of just, yep, that was a song. And a singer sang that song correctly. And I didn't get a ton from it. If you're watching in the premiere, the live stream link for the live Q&A should be popping up in the chat, should be popping up in the screen. I'm gonna make it available. Why don't you click on there, and then we will go straight into the live Q&A where you can ask me whatever you want. You guys are great. I'll see you next week.